Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some really nice things about ourselves. And we're going to be doing that with my I am cards. These I am cards, let me go over to. I have a feeling that my camera moved. Let's see what I can do about that. Anyway, I have these I am cards are all completely full of positive messages, beautiful things that we can say about ourselves in order to really know the truth about who we are. And so, as we go through an I am in statement today, we are speaking life into ourselves. So, good morning. Good morning. It is fantastic to see you guys here. Thank you. So, really, you can't hear us? I'm hearing that I can't be heard. Is let's see here. Turn that on. Put that back on. Okay. Some of you can hear me, some of you cannot hear me. Okay, cool. Okay, wonderful. All right. So some folks can hear me, Grant. So excellent, as it says something on your end. All right. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the wake up call. I was slightly concerned because I was like, wait a minute. For some reason, my camera is not in the right place, and also I can't be heard. But I'm glad that I can. So it is fantastic to see you guys here this morning. Thank you so much for coming. Anyways, we are going to be going through one of my I am cards, and as we do, we are going to be affirming it to ourselves. And so I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and what I'd like for you to say out loud is I am that affirmation. As we speak these things out loud, we speak life into ourselves, and that's so important to do because honestly, like if you're anything like me, it's so much easier to be self-deprecating. It's easier to say something kind of like awful or rotten about ourselves. And oftentimes we don't use the words I am to say something bad about ourselves. We use the words I'm not good enough, or I'm clumsy, or I'm being silly right now, or whatever. But I'm is a contraction of I am, and I am is a statement of who we are. So let's be really careful about how we do that, and let's just take a moment today and say something good about us in the form of an I am statement. So without further ado, I am improving. I am improving. I institute small positive changes daily. So I am improving. I institute small positive changes daily. Are you improving? You are improving. You institute small positive changes daily. And I'm going to write that down in the chat. I am improving. I institute small positive changes daily. Boom. So I am improving, and you are improving too. And I just want to say good morning to everybody who is here today. So I see Lauren and Amanda, Grant, Shauna. Nice to see you here, Ayla, Janet. Let's see who else is around. Looks like those are the ones who are commenting right now. Each and every one of you are improving. Hey there, Frank. I see that you are here. Good morning. You are improving too. Now, ultimately, small positive changes is the only way that real improvement happens. It's a bit of a trope in the fitness world that people who decide and you make a New Year's resolution to get fit and then go and just really just go and engage in some kind of a super extreme workout at the gym are the ones who are likely to not go to the gym after January 3rd. They go to the gym and they just work their butts off for 2 days, and they're incredibly sore because they went from a sedentary lifestyle to a super active lifestyle, right away. And such a thing is a recipe for failure. And it's well known in the fitness community that the way to really be fit, the way to really have lifelong positive changes is mindset changes and just tiny opportunities for growth. So there was a time in my life when I was really working on improving my diet, and it was difficult because at the time I was eating a lot of fast food. I mean, I was working in factories, and I was eating whatever was quick. I had a 30-minute lunch, and I had to get out to the restaurant and eat the food and come back within 30 minutes. And so, you know, it was it was very easy for me to just go and eat fast food. And so at the time, I mean, I remember that I was having difficulty with that. And my wife at the time was making me healthier food, and so I would eat the healthier food, but I would still reach for the McDonald's. I would still reach for the Burger King or the whatever, the Snickers bar. And she didn't try to change my diet right away. I knew that I felt better after I ate an apple, but I still, if there was an apple and a Snickers bar in front of me, I would always reach for the Snickers bar. And so we created this system whereby I would eat the Snickers bar if I wanted it, but I would eat the apple first. And as long as I just had like a couple slices of apple, then I could eat literally whatever I wanted to. And what I found was that after I ate a slice of apple, eating a Snickers bar was the most awful thing I ever tasted, because a Snickers bar, while it lights up all the pleasure sensors of your brain, doesn't have any nutrition in it. And our bodies love nutrition way more than they love, engineered food. And so it was that small positive change that really got me to a point where eventually I was essentially eating an all fruit diet. I mean, probably 95% fruit in my life. And I had incredible energy, and I felt amazing, and I looked amazing. And while I'm not nearly so strict as I used to be with my diet, I am definitely a lot. I never really did put back McDonald's and Burger King into my life. And while I'll still eat a Snickers bar, I won't eat the king size Snickers bar anymore, and I won't eat three of them a day. I'll have one a week or so, and I'll have the regular size one. And even as I'm eating it, I know darn well that it's not the best thing for me. But the moral of the story is that a lot of this stuff really stuck. Maybe not 100% of it stuck, and that's fine. 100% of it doesn't need to stick. We are improving. We institute small positive changes daily. And every single time that I am like up at the office where all the food and all the fun food is free, I very regularly will stop and say, okay, what do I really want? What's going to set me up for success today? And I'll choose a water, or I'll choose a fruit juice over choosing an energy drink, or choosing a candy bar or something like that. I'll have beef jerky instead of a candy bar. And these small incremental improvements, these small incremental changes are what bring progress. And so improvement is this thing where when we see it in other people, it's just like night and day. We're like, wait a minute, they had some kind of an overnight result. And there's a saying that overnight success is the product of years and years of diligent effort. And so that's really what it is. It's like we work at things and we work at things and we work at things, and all of a sudden we reach some kind of like a critical mass, and all of a sudden it's very noticeable. Yo-Yo Ma was at an interview once, and he was talking about how he practiced, and the interviewer said, well, how does Yo-Yo Ma practice? Yo-Yo Ma is probably the most accomplished cellist in the world, or who certainly was at that point. And he said, oh, I do scales. Scales are the most basic thing. Scales are the most fundamental part of any musical instrument, learning how to do scales, particularly on a stringed instrument like a cello. And the interviewer said, well, why on earth do you do scales? Like, you would think that somebody like you would have some crazy practice regimen. And there was something that Yo-Yo Ma said that just stuck with me. And he said, if I stop practicing scales for one day, I will notice. He said, if I stop practicing scales in 1 week, my critics will notice. And if I stop practicing scales for 1 month, everybody will notice. And so it's like the super simple things that we do over and over and over again, and the tiny positive changes that we implement over and over and over again daily that really have an impact on our lives. I think about this show even, and how, my own skill as a presenter, and I look at some of my older episodes and I think, wow, I don't remember being that bad at this. But here I am doing this quite a bit better, and I'm really grateful for it. So good morning, Mima Mima. It's good to see you here. But anyway, I see that just by small diligent efforts that didn't really feel like work, I have gotten better at things that are important to me, and that's exciting. So this being Friday, we have we have a whole bunch of cards to go over. Let's take a look back at our week and see how our week shook out. And I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to ask you, what how did these cards manifest in your week today? I'll tell you how they manifested in mine. And so on Monday, we affirmed that we are energetic and that our vitality inspires rapid action. And I felt like I was energetic today and that I took rapid action all week long. There were some opportunities that popped up and I took them, and there were issues that popped up in my world and I dealt with them. And that I brought a profound energy to everything that I did. And that was our Monday card. On Tuesday, we affirmed that we are formidable, that our inner strength overcomes obstacles. On Tuesday, I discovered that somebody was aggressively hacking my Facebook accounts, and I eventually went on a 3-day journey of completely tightening up my internet security, and so that wouldn't happen anymore. And thus far, it appears to have not happened. So whatever the changes were that I made, those small incremental changes, they helped me to be more formidable. And our inner strength overcomes obstacles. It wasn't it wasn't the outer stuff that I did. It was really my inner strength to say, oh, somebody is aggressively hacking me. I'm not going to be mad about this. I'm not going to be scared about this. I'm just going to respond to this. On Wednesday, we affirmed that we are secure. We feel safe and comfortable with ourselves. And indeed, I did feel more secure on Wednesday than I felt on Thursday, both because of the internet stuff that I did, but also because I just recognized that I do feel safe and comfortable with myself. I feel like I can always come home to myself, and I like that. On Thursday, we affirmed that we are pioneering, that we forge new paths with courage and dedication. And I got some news on Thursday that definitely made me realize that I had to forge some new paths in my life. And so I started to prepare for doing that until on Friday. Today, Friday, we are improving and we institute small positive changes daily. Those small positive changes daily allow us to forge new paths, which makes us feel secure, which helps us to be formidable in our lives, which gives us the energy to continue going on in life, which of course takes us to our Saturday card, which means that we are awesome. We recognize our inherent value and worth. An awesome Saturday is a regularly occurring Sabbath in my world, where I only do things that are awesome, hang out with people that are awesome, in places that are awesome, eating food that is awesome. And I recognize my inherent value and worth, and I recognize yours as well. So I want to say thank you so much to everybody who came over here. We're going to be back again on on Sunday at 9 p.m. I will be picking 5 new cards, and we're going to have an absolute blast going through them and really speaking more life into our lives, into ourselves. So thank you so much to everybody for coming by. I love you and care about you, and we'll talk to you on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Aloha from paradise.